Hi everybody. I'm sorry about the glare on the glasses. If you haven't taken the time up front to watch the whole movie of Do the Right Thing, please do. It's such a great film. I remember watching it in the 80s and being so strongly affected by it. It was hard to watch, really hard to watch. I lived close to there. I lived actually between Cosby and Do the Right Thing at the end of the 80s and the beginning of the 90s. Tough times there. So please take the opportunity to watch it. And it's so relevant. It's still so relevant. Anyway, to get to the question about the distinction between classes / race in Black urban America, I still keep hearing bugging out say, Mookie, stay black. And then I'm looking in this question that says, what does that say about how people perceive the reality of blackness? Both in Cosby and Vanessa's Rich Scene and Mookie, stay black. And it never dawned on me that that was the vision that lower class, that everybody had. That's what black people were. That's what they're supposed to be. Black people believed that was their role. I never thought about that before. God, there's so much to refer to in this film. As if black was equated with this lifestyle from Bed-Stuy, and that Cosby was negated because of that. I remember the controversy around that show, and people thought that it was just a facade, especially when you look at that first opening scene, which I'd never seen before, and they step out of the SUV or whatever it was at the time, and happy little family going off to baseball practice. Everybody looks much like any family would today, but at that time, they looked like what would have been considered a whiter family. These are things I never stopped to think of. Wow. So my daughter goes to school in a neighborhood where a lot of the white families opt in and the black families are of the lower classes. And we had always looked at it as a class issue as opposed to it's a race issue. All this talk has shed a whole new light on it, and how do we involve this aspect of the community? While she lives in an area where the Cosbys are, her best friends, the father's a doctor or a lawyer, they're biracial, but it's a whole different black society. It's the middle classes that rose as opposed to the kids that she went to school with. And so that's right here in our community still. It's still just as diverse. By the time they get to the high school, they consider it to be two separate schools. From a class point of view, these kids in the lower classes get lesser education. They don't get good teachers. They get less time. They don't have the opportunity to take classes at higher levels. But it's a race issue because those kids are all black. There's a rare white child in there. And I believe it goes all the way back to everything we've spoken about all semester. It goes all the way back to slavery and freeing slaves without giving them backgrounds and support systems and anything to provide the opportunity to grow and expand. Oh God, so much to talk about, so much to discuss. A whole semester could be done on this. Thank you.